Yes, so hello. I will in this video try to publish an iPart or this part. It's about the homework customizing the content center from lesson 4, where we will be working with this pen, a Weber pen, the iPart we created in lesson 3. And there's a few things we should do here. We should publish it, and we should add more lines of this part, and we should check that this part actually works. And then we are done. You should upload what is called IDCL file. That's the file type that is used in a content center. But let's see. So we want to simply to publish. They use the word publish in Inventor. So let's have a look. It's this part we have here, the Weber iPart. I'll open it. And let's see how it looks like. It's my solution we have here. Here we go. And the area with content center is in manage here. It's over here to the right. You can also access that when we have the empty home button area here. I think we got it here as well. Here we got it, content center. Here we can also edit things. But we have it here, and you can see if I want to do some publishing, I want to publish the part here. If I click that one, okay, what does this tell us here? That we do not have a read-write library configured. So we'll check your content center configuration and try again. So that we need to do first of all. And the same happens in move to the editor. We can see how our folder system looks like. And they're all dimmed here. So they are meaning that they are read only. So we need first of all to create, and I could close this one down. So normally we'll start from an empty screen, kind of. So this is the setup for 2023, which is slightly different than the previous versions. So in the older versions, we had a bottom up here called project. We need to create a project we can work on. So I'll do that first of all. And it's hidden here in the default. That's the default project. You see it here, Inventor project default. So I want to change that or create another one. You see that's my projects I have so far. You see I've also got Inventor 2022 on it. But never mind, I'll create a new project here. New single user project is fine. Project name, you could call it anything you want. Lesson 4. And where do I want to save it? I think it's on this PC. It's on, I have an X drive I'm working on. So find it here. A22 and lesson 4. Folder. Name, let's save it. So let's see if it works. Yes. So we see I have now created this lesson 4 folder kind of project. You can see it actually turned empty out here because I haven't saved anything in this folder, this project. So let's have a look. You can see you've got this dialog window showing up. And we have a button down here, configure content center libraries. That's the one we want to have a look at. So click on it. And you can see another dialog box shows up. Libraries in my project here so far are all read-only, as you can see. Some of them are not available either. It's because I haven't got the mold add-on on my computer. But they're all read-only, as you can see. Another thing you can see here is the location of the libraries. it's on the C. That's hidden that saved in this file. No, folder. Sorry, the folder structure you have here. If I click on it, I move into this actual folder. Well, sorry, where I have all my inventor stuff, which comes with the inventor. And you see they are called IDCL file. And that's a name for content center files in Inventor. When you have done here, then you will have created a new IDCL file. And when I'm talking about an IDCL file here, that's the one that you find in this folder. Yes, I'll close it again from here. So let's see if we can configure the file. So we'll create our own library now. So create library. What would I like to call it? You can call it whatever you want, but I will call it JEOJ parts. Okay. And we got it now. You can see it is already ticked, and we can now write also in this folder. So that's the difference to the other one. So that's the first configuration that we need to do. Okay it. And I think we can done it. Done it. Yeah, we actually need to save it. We can save it now, is what it's asking about. Do we want to save it? Yes. Or we can save it here. Like that. And then we can done it. So we should have the configuration clear. However, we need to open the other one because it was in the other place. But I will find it. I think I have saved it somewhere else. Maybe here. Or maybe not. Yes, there's one here. You see, it's what it tells me here is another search path, is another active project file, but it doesn't matter really. We should be able to open, but it tells me that it's not in the folder I'm working on. Yes. So far, so good. So let's now have a look at this editor again in the manage area. Here we go. We have the editor here. See, they are still dimmed. I haven't done anything actively to actually create a folder. But if I now in this other part, right click on it and copy something, you can copy all the files actually you have here, copy from something from all the structure you have here and all the parts to my now right folder I have done. But I don't need to actually copy all the files parts. So I'll stick with the one copy category structure to JEOJ parts. So I'll do that. See, that was possible. You can see now they're not dimmed anymore. So I have simply taken what was in this other part and then copied the structure from it. You can see they are not dimmed, but they are anymore. So we have something to work on. So let's go back to our part. And now we will actually need to do the publishing for it. So bottom up here, publish feature, no, not the feature. We want to publish the iPad. And this time it was possible because we have a right folder we can publish to. The only one we have is actually my folder. If we had created others, then of course it would show up here. So like language, I think I could be Danish, but I think I'll stick with the English. Next it, and I will save it in other parts. Why not? And next, and then we have the first dialog window showing up here. It's about mapping the category parameters. That is not needed because we have an I part. It's meant for if we have a standalone part, we can call it a normal part, then we could add the parameters here. So we'll skip that and move to next. And you can see we have this dialog window showing up with define family key columns. Are already added here, all the parameters from the part here, and the key columns have also been added because that's the one we are varying on the I part. We can add other things here if that's what we want, or we can take away again, or we can do it later, whatever. Our next it's family name, Weber I part. I think I could try to call it Weber stuff, and I think it actually works perfectly fine. But we could carry on adding descriptions for our own sake or other sake. Variations of Weber pane. That's just a description. Same down here, standard organization. If it's something standard which follows a standard, then we can write it down here. Choose a standard. If it's according to an ISO standard, then we can write it here. We can also write who's manufacturing this one. There's also already some predefined ones on, and other stuff here. It's not mandatory. Free to actually fill in here. But let's next it and see. We have now the family thumbnail image that can be changed if you want another one. There's a default one. I guess it takes it from our window here. So with a little luck, it should be done here. So I'm ready to publish it. Publish completed successfully. So we like that. We will OK, and now we will check it and see if it actually works. That was one of the last things. Check that the part can be imported in assembly from the content center. Also have a look at this, adding more lines. But let's see if it works first of all. So I'll start a new one, a new assembly. So I'm able to add or place from the content center. It's up here in this area, place from content center. Here we go. And it's already on the other parts because I left it here actually. And see, we nicely got our Weber stuff here. And we'll try to open it, see what happens. Seems to be working fine so far. We have our keys showing up here, length, width, angle. Go with this one, for example, and that one, and 50, and apply. If we want to add more, we can use that one. As standard, then it takes it from the content center. It's not copying really, it's just taking it from the content center. You can also use custom, as custom. Then we are saving a copy of it, you can say, in our folder or in our project. It's a standalone. Then we can work on it. Then it is disconnected from the content center. But let's stick with this one. It nicely shows up here, and the first one is fine. I have added or have chosen, in application option. I always place my first part grounded at origin. So I'm actually good now, but I can carry on placing other ones. I won't do that. I will escape it. But I can now, since I'm still in that dialog box here, because I applied it only. So I can choose another size if I want that one, and now I'll OK it. And it shows up here. I click where I want to leave it for now. I can add other ones. I won't do that. I will right click and OK or press escape. And then we have left our placing dialog box. So I have now in this assembly, I've got two of these lever panes here. Of course, it doesn't really make sense, but as a show off, you can see how it works. Yes, so far so good. Let's have a look at in manage in the editor again. See, we got it here. Now I've been trying to edit on this one. So I'm on the family table. I'm right clicking now. Then I can choose the family table. You see here, I actually have all the family table we have created from our iPad. If I want to have decided, okay, I actually want another variation, then I can take one of them and I can right click, copy, and see what happens if I paste it. Then this will do the same. Doesn't make sense. I think I'll do it from the start again, because I will add another row here first of all. And then I will right click and copy it and take this row and paste it here. Only it has to be on the safe side. But it has copied exactly what was in this row here. It was iPad number 10. So I think we have 19 here. So it's probably number 19 or whatever we like to call it. It can also be renamed, these ones, to something more meaningful. Length, we think I will stick with the 300. Width can be changed to override it to, I think we haven't got 350. Stick with the default and the angle. It's okay. And then I will simply OK it here. And then publish successfully to selected library. Okay, good. So let's see if it actually works. So I'll move back to assembly. Place from Content Center. Got it here. And I think I can't remember. Maybe I have to start from scratch. I'll have a look again in the editor if I actually did it. It should be on here. It's fine. Just for double checking. So I'll start a new one here. And then place from Content Center. Maybe stuff. I haven't got the key on, but it's on here. Seems like it's on here. So that's my new one that I just created. But that was fine. Oh, here I came. I don't know why I did that. I think it needed an update. The thing that was missing was this width. I couldn't see it before. But now it's on. Should be on here now. So the 350, we can just for fun. Okay. I think it's because it was in the 300 only. Okay, that's the reason. So it doesn't apply to the other ones I have here. That's why I was a little bit confused. So 300 and then 350 as we just added. The first one I think we found from the table, but here I can find it in the keys. So I think in the end it made some kind of sense. So I think we are through and done. I hope it makes some kind of sense, but it will conclude the video.